A little party. Makes me very nervous doing this in here. God, this is the way to do it. You know, with anticipation. Nice. Oh shit, all over the floor. God damn. What's fresh? Okay, can you just mop this up? Does champagne go bad? No. Okay, this will all get cut in post. Should it smell like beer? This is probably like full of paint solvent. Let's do this right. It's been a while since I've had champagne. We're gonna keep doing this. I'm sure it's not a paint rag. I'm sure I used it to like clean some dirty old frames. Me likey. We got a lot to celebrate.
Cheers.
You know, I turned 50 this year, and somewhere along the line, I noticed that nobody can really react surprised when I say I'm 50 now without it feeling kind of sarcastic. Yeah, that's definitely a subtle shift you will notice. And honestly, I never really worried about getting older because so many of the people I grew up being interested in always seem to be over 60. I love those photos of Monet and his garden and Picasso and like that cowboy hat. I mean, I was awkward until I turned 40. I remember back in the 90s, I'll never forget this. I was dating someone who told me I talked too much. And you know, I mean, yeah, I was so in love with this person. We were sitting in a restaurant having dinner, and I asked him why he was so quiet and what he was thinking, and he said, you know, not everyone has to have verbal diarrhea. That shut me up real good. So we just sat there like one of those couples who has nothing to say to each other after 50 years, just gums their soup in silence. I mean, at the time I was kind of like, you know, whatever, kind of hurt. But when I think about it now, it's more like, yeah, I guess I'm pretty chatty sometimes, but also maybe you're just kind of dull.
Oh yeah.
Kitty grew claws.
All I know is I would rather be 50 and at least approaching emotional maturity rather than endlessly searching for an identity. And that's all my 20s were. By the way, all these people throwing soup at great artwork to protest climate change, can you find a less dumbass way to do that? Take the pyush. Know your audience, kids. It's a miracle artwork that old has even survived the century, much less pasta sauce at 0.0 range. Come on now, it's art. Do I come to your job and knock the latte out of your hand? What was I saying? I'd rather be emotionally mature. Good, thank you. Yeah, okay, enough of that. I got a few goodies to show I'll use. A brand spankin' new print. So the original painting was a piece that sold in LA through my 2020 solo exhibition, Through a Glass Darkly. It's called The Damned Don't Cry. Now this particular print is very special for 3 reasons. One is I haven't made a new print in North America for a few years. Secondly, this is a very small run of only 5. Usually I do editions of 30, which is still a very small edition, but 5 is like, you know,
super exclusive.
And third, this is my first time hand embellishing a print. I used my special Polychromos and Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils and hand drew a sequence of fireflies. So each print is a little different. And as a green-haired drag queen once said to me, it's not a Troy Brooks until you throw some bugs in it. You know who you are. Ass clown. This special cold print press paper,
What the fuck?
hold the cue cards higher. It's heavy watercolor paper, so it takes the pencil really well. Also, just back from Europe are these crazy kids. They spent all summer in Paris being shown at Halle Saint Pierre Museum, Shazam. Also, the frames were built by hand by a master framer in Utah. This was my first time commissioning a master framer, and I was really curious to see the difference, and it's actually pretty significant. The corners are invisible, the wood is all rubbed and hand finished, it's so beautiful. One special detail, I wanted this one to be lined in copper leafing to match her hair, and I love the way it turned out. This one, I had them do it in silver to match the car details. You know, I love a chunky frame. These ones were like fitting the girls for Doc Martens. They are booted up. They're ready to work you over, mister. And finally, just to mention my piece at Modern Eden Gallery in San Francisco, it's currently up and available right now. This is one of my very few happy pieces, kiddos. Every once in a while, someone asks me if I have anything a little less evil. First of all, I hate that. Evil is subjective. And secondly, yeah, she's in San Francisco and she's waiting for you to crack that next bottle. This show runs until December 3rd at Modern Eden Gallery. It's called Halcyon Days. It was curated by Beautiful Bazaar magazine. Lots of great pieces. So if you're in the Frisco area, give it a visit, buy some art. They ship worldwide, I do believe. And by the way, all the links to this stuff are in the video caption here on BoobTube. And hey, while you're at it, join my email list. That's where the party happens. They get first dibs. So if you want to be in the know, go to the contact page on my site and sign up, baby. And don't worry, I only send out emails when there's new stuff. I will not stalk you.
Just let me love you from here.
I'm 50 years old and I like to cook.